Sorry about that. I meant to click on something and I clicked on done on accident. Anyway, so we were talking about how we can relate the information that we're given here to the angle that we're asked to find. And we know that ZY is parallel to WX because a rectangle is a parallelogram. So what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of zoom in, so to speak, or focus our attention on just a few specific parts of this figure. Ooh, it's way off. Okay, so I'm only looking at ZY and WX, which we just said are parallel, and then I also have this diagonal ZX that if I was to extend all of these lines, what I would end up with was two parallel lines cut by this transversal. Okay, and if I'm looking at it in that context, now I can relate these angles to one another. Okay, these two angles are consecutive interior, therefore they're supplementary. Also, these two angles are alternate interior, therefore they're congruent, which is going to be the easier of the two to deal with. So what that means is if this angle is congruent to this angle, then I can take x, plug it in here, and find the measurement of this angle. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have 5 times x minus 12. This is 60 minus 12 for a measure of 48. So your final answer for number 18, the measure of angle YXZ is 48 degrees. All right, number 19. Okay, this time we're given that the measure of angle ZXW is right here, and it is x minus 11. And then the measure of WZX is this angle here, and it has a measure of x minus 9. Then I want to find the measure of angle ZXY, which would be this angle here. Okay, so same deal as last time. I have to first be able to relate the angles to each other in some form or fashion to be able to solve for x. Okay, well, in this particular problem, there's no direct relationship that exists right away here as far as being able to use the angle addition postulate, add these together and set them equal to 90, or they're not congruent by any of the properties of a rectangle by itself. Okay, but again, I can focus my attention to specifically this line ZY, this line WX, and the diagonal ZX. And again, I have two parallel lines being cut by a transversal. And in this case, the angles that were given to me in the problem are consecutive interior angles. And they're both on the inside, and they're both on the same side of the transversal. Consecutive interior angles have the relationship of being supplementary. So the way that I'm going to solve for x here is to add these two angles together and set them equal to 180 degrees. So solving there, we get 2x is equal to 200. Okay, so then x would be equal to 100. And then we take this value for x, plug it in there to find the measure of this angle. So you've got 100 minus 9 gives me 91 degrees. And then I know that this angle and this angle are alternate interior. And so then the measure of the angle that I'm looking for, which is angle ZXY, is equal to 91 degrees. All right.